Hello again, all you lovely people. Right, this is Stevo Runs. Straight to the point today. Right, as someone who's been doing Maffetone method for, or math, for, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 years, I'm kind of losing count. I might have to go retrack my steps. I've been asked lots of questions on the way about math. I've asked lots of questions myself. I've done lots of digging to find out answers myself. And there's many misconceptions. That's creepy, there's a wig on the floor. Many misconceptions about math too. So today I'm going to answer the most popular or common questions I get asked, to try and answer them in a way that I know myself. I'm not, I've read the books obviously. I don't know it all inside and out, but as someone that's got the pace down from nearly 11-minute miles down to nearly to the 7s, I'm going to answer in a way that's got me to that point and see if it can be helpful for you. So don't you go anywhere. Right, so how long does it take to progress with math? It's one of those common questions I get asked because people are simply sort of impatient, like I was, like everyone is, unless you just manage to get straight into the swing of it. Trouble is with this question is there's no real definitive answer. I get people saying, I've been doing math for 2 months and it's not changed one bit, or I've been doing math for a month and it's gone backwards by a few seconds. The truth is, we're all different and there's a lot of factors that can decide how it's going to go. You sometimes find that people that are brand new runners and looking to get fit will get results quicker. They might start slower, but they start to get faster, which is great. You get people like myself that was running too hard for a few years, not sprinting, but too hard to be in aerobic zone. I basically trained my aerobic zone to be not efficient, and sometimes it can take a month or two. Personal level, I took a month to start seeing some results. It weren't massive, but it was going down. That's enough for me to, you know, want to carry it on and see where I can head to. I've had people talk to me that have had results from the very first run. They've done a math test, they've got out running, each time it's getting lower and lower. So sorry if that's not you, and it doesn't happen often, but what I'm trying to say is that there is no definitive answer with that. When it says about being patient, it's exactly what you need to do. The way I see it is, I'll do it for a month. Don't start panicking if nothing's happened in 3 weeks. Don't start panicking if nothing's happened in 1 month. Don't start panicking if you've gone slightly backwards. Sometimes you need to do that to get back, and you'll come back with a vengeance. But as long as you're doing math correctly, you've got your heart rate right, I'll talk more in depth about that later. You want to give it time. The way I see it is, progress is progress. I think mine went from like 10:52 to 10:30s over the space of a month, perhaps. I have to look back. But the way I saw it is, that's faster. If that's a month, that means you're 11-minute miles at the beginning. After 6 months, which is a very short amount of time, you'll be on 10s, and that's a minute a mile lost for the same effort. So just stay with it, wait to see the progress. If nothing's happening after say 3 or 4 months and something just don't feel right, then go back to the drawing board, start again. Maybe math's not for you, maybe you picked the wrong number, maybe you added 5, maybe you're running too slow. Then I've got other videos to show how to combat math not working straight away. Sometimes you're just not compatible, simple as that. So no answer for the first one, good start, on to the next. Why am I running so slow? I've started math now, I'm running 12-minute miles. Before this, I've been running 9-minute miles for years, no problem at all. You're out of breath, but okay. Unfortunately, that is the condition you've got your aerobic system into. Okay, you've trained it not to be efficient, but to run at too hard an effort. You're not getting all the benefits of running slow. Unfortunately for you, you've probably got a bit of work to do to try and correct that, and it can take some time. But if 12-minute miles is what you need to do with what feels easy and conversational, then I'm afraid so be it. It doesn't benefit you to just run faster because you don't feel good or you look silly. That's what you think. You need to leave your ego at the door, like they always say, that common phrase. But that's you for the time being. You're getting yourself back into shape, building a proper aerobic base that you probably never even knew you had. I'm blowing, so I'm going at this massive hill. But, you know, I'm having to do 10-minute miles today because that's what my heart's saying. You got to deal with it, okay? Get on with it and put some months in at that pace. If things don't improve from there, then potentially you're running at too low a heart rate, and that's when you look into it. But the MAF method's pretty good at getting you running at the pace you need to be running to get your aerobic base in the tip-top condition. So deal with it. Round 3. Right, how much do we need to run to get the Maffetone method to work? Unfortunately, this is another one that's probably a matter of opinion and a matter of trial and error. I see lots of talk on Facebook groups and blogs, people that really got results when up in the game. Like I was doing 60-mile weeks, 50-mile weeks. That's when it really started to get hold and the pace started to come in. Great, okay. Myself, I started off doing 21 miles a week. Okay, I was doing 3 runs of 7 miles a time, all at 143 heart rate at that point, and I got down to, in I think 8:15 was my fastest pace of an actual test. So fantastic, I was so chuffed for that, really good. So it shows that for some people, especially if you're just starting MAF, you need to start low anyway, and it's a shame to change a winning sort of formula, in my opinion. Although you do have to gradually build the miles up. There's people doing 60-70 miles, been running for years and years, and they need that much sort of stimulation probably in their aerobic system to make the results come thick and fast. 20 miles to them is probably nothing. They do 20-mile long runs. So it's another one of those trial and error things. I'll say if you're new, do 3 or 4 runs a week, right intensity, keep doing that for a little while, up in the game really slowly, but watch the progress come in. You know, if it's working, keep doing what you're doing. If you feel like you need to up the mileage, do it safely. You know the old rule, 10% a week, no more, and see if more mileage gets the best out of your MAF, and that can come in time. It's a long haul game, this one. It's about having ultimate health and fitness. When you get up to 60-70 miles a week doing that, good for you. But just know that it can work with 20 miles a week. It has for me. But again, we're all different, so play with it, see how you get on. Number 4. Okay, this is a common question. Race day. What do I do about race day? I love this question. My answer is always the same. All this training you've been doing for MAF is built for race day. Well, for my opinion, okay? Because if you're all about just doing MAF to be fit, you're not bothered about trying to compete with yourself or others, fair enough. Race day, go do your MAF number, but you can go 15 over if you wish. Okay, that's a nice safe zone for you to go and have a good run, probably quite fast with 15 plus, but that's a safe MAF way of doing it. But for me, race day MAF has been all about getting to race days and getting yourself in tip-top condition to be able to go and give it your all on race day. This is exactly what it's been all about, getting fitter, being able to manage longer runs. You'd be surprised how much your body can handle from doing MAF for ages. So in my opinion, race day is to go and race, okay? Give it your all. If you want to do MAF plus 15 or MAF, whatever you like. It'll keep you fit, keep you nice. But in my opinion, this is readying you for going and putting in the right performance. Make yourself feel good. And probably PB after PB if you know, the typical math experience is to go by, people just beat it one after the other. If you keep training properly and getting the miles in the correct way. So race day, go for it. Okay, is math just zone 2 running? Well, in a way, yes, I guess it is. It depends on where you sit on the average chart for heart rates, I guess. Mine personally put me at 143 at the beginning. It always felt easy. I was fine with that progress. I always felt like I wanted to run with a bit more motion, a bit more smoothness, and it always felt very easy. So if you know my channel, I've done a lot of experimenting to work out my numbers. Ended up being in a lab test and working out my numbers 150 for my fat max. But that's not going to be viable for everyone, and I understand that. So I think math personally puts you sort of deep into zone 2, maybe in somewhere in the middle of it, or even lower, and that's to be sure that you're clearing the line for the easy runs, to ensure that you're not running too fast on your math runs. So if you get it wrong, all you're doing is doing what you did before. You're missing out on all these benefits of running below your aerobic threshold. So zone 2 running, maybe, like I said, depends what your chart says. My chart says 153 and below according to a lab test. That's my zone 2, and my math right now would be 142. So that's a 10-11 beat swing going into the math method, heart rate. But I think that's why it works for nearly everyone. You will get results being deep in zone 2, that's fine. But essentially it pretty much is the same thing, okay? Math just ensuring that you're doing the right intensity. So that's that answered. Okay, are there other formulas to work out your math heart rate? Yes, there is. I always sound like I'm going against math when I talk about this, but it's because of this running journey that I'm trying to bring different ways to people to work out their best way to find out, you know, how to run at the right intensity. It's just so important to get it right. If you are mad on getting some stats, if you wear a smartwatch all day long, if you've been to a lab, whatnot, then you're going to know exactly the number you need to run at. And that's the difference between mine choosing my number. People say, oh, that's not your math number. Well, yes, it is, because I went to a lab to get it tested to see how close I was. And that was after months and months of doing threshold tests, max heart rate tests, anything I could do to give myself an overlook of my own intensities, my own sort of metrics to work with. I don't agree with using age-based formulas to get your heart rate. 220 minus your age is so rubbish. Don't even get involved with that, okay? Yeah, you might get lucky and it works well for you, but for the most, you're playing a game of roulette to see if you're running at the right intensity or not. It's just not worth it. Get the work done. So the carbon formula, which uses your max heart rate and your resting heart rate, so it's like your current fitness right now, that's probably the best way to find it outside of a lab. If you've got a lab near you, go there, pay it. It's about £150, but it's worth every penny if you're serious about taking your running to the next level. It will tell you your fat max, the exact number to work below, your zones, your body composition, all the stuff that is nice to know when you're trying to up the game in running. Okay, just a heart rate test. I've got videos on that. There's numerous online. Go do a heart rate test. Go to an online calculator that uses like Training Peaks or something. Put your max heart rate in and it will give you the zones. You find your zone 2, go in the middle of it, wham, you got it. So there is other ways. Math is good to follow if you're starting out, and kind of the lazy way to be told what to do, I guess. But in my opinion, it's worth investigating to see whether you're sat on the average scale or not, because it can make all the difference. So the answer is yes, there's other ways to work out your zones. Can you do faster runs during math? Yes, you can. Misconception alert. Lots of people think that it only involves slow running. Drives me nuts. I see so many times on blogs where people are saying, oh my God, people that do math never run fast ever again. Run that slow pace of 10-minute miles for all the rest of your life. Oh man, please just read the book. It says it in there. Run fast when the time's right. Admittedly, there's no point in putting loads of fast efforts in. You've got nothing coming up. If you're off season, you're just building your base, all right? You can do, but I'd probably recommend not to. Personally, right now, I've been doing math for quite a long time. I've got Brighton Marathon in 24 weeks. And I'm going to do Math Plus. Now I'm going to call it Math Plus. I don't mean Math Plus 5 heart rate. I'm already sneaking that. But it means Math Plus fast efforts. Or 80-20 if you like. Very similar to 80-20. Principle's the same. Keep your stress down, get good sleep, good hydration. The right running intensities. All those running methods are the same in the end with slight alterations. So I'm going to do 80% of maths runs, 20% fast, or even 10% fast, doesn't matter. I'm just going to get some fast runs in to ready my legs to give my all at Brighton when that time comes. Okay, so yes, the answer is you can run fast at math if you want. People say not to, and there's not always no need to, but feel free, go for it. He's going to tell you what to do. If you want to run fast, it makes you feel good and it boosts your fitness, who cares? Go for it. You know, you're your own boss. And if it makes you feel good doing it like it does for myself, then you carry on. But I have had months of running slow, and it does pay to do that. All right, so don't get over the top here and say, sod it, I'm going to start running fast now every day. Just do it sensibly and do it when the time is right. Okay, this is making me breathe too heavy. And on math run, my heart's at 152. I've broken the rules for you guys. But hopefully that's cleared up a few things for you. This is Stevo Runs. Please hit the red button below for more tips on math and all other things coming up. Races, ultras, you name it. Really getting into the swing of it now, enjoying it. And let's see where this journey takes us. Please leave a comment below of how your math's going. Ask any questions I've missed and tell me what to put on episode 2 of questions and misconceptions of maths. See you on the next one. Stevo Runs.